just doesn't want to work or doesn't care about. That's when he lost. When the billionaire Mitt Romney or whatever, he was worth a lot of money, maybe not a billionaire, but he was worth a lot of money, and he came out and he was like, 47% of this country doesn't even care about anything. You know, that was when he lost. And I feel like this mentality here is why the Democrats are going to lose. This CNN anchor is saying that Trump sent a bad message by saying fight, fight, fight after. And by the way, I think that Trump was in shock. He thought he was dead, thought he was going to die. He probably thought had been shot fatally. He didn't know. And he said, let me get my shoes. He was out of it. He was in shock. And I think when he said fight, 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 I think he was, which makes it all the more kind of badass, I think he thought that was the last thing he would ever say or that anyone would ever see him say. So it was a very interesting thing, I believe, because he didn't know. There were shots fired, then there was blood. He was in shock. It was all a matter of seconds. He didn't know. But let's see again the people at CNN who are, again, determined to lose at all costs by a historic margin. Let's see this analysis.
I do want to say there was one thing that when I watched the tape, I found odd because of all of the heated rhetoric. And that is that after he was hit, former President Trump got up and said, fight, fight, fight. I think what we're hearing from people is that's not the message that we want to be sending right now. We want to tamp it down.
Right.
I would just know one thing on this.
That's a great point. So the president, who had just been shot, was sending a divisive message. Can you imagine these people? The president, who had just been shot, was at fault for the divisiveness, having just been shot. The guy who got shot,
wow,
who
that's
almost
his
died,
move.
who a bullet missed his head by, centimeters. I mean, you see that thing. It's crazy the way that analysis of the bullet going past his head. This guy, who then gets up and says to his people, fight, 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 he gives this historic photo. I've talked to big liberals about it. They go, this is the most impressive political act I've seen in years. And somebody's on CNN going, actually, we felt the message was a bit divisive. We're actually disappointed in the wording. We don't love the wording of that. I wish he had kind of workshopped that a bit as he was being bloodily dragged off the stage by the Secret Service. I wish he had kind of, I don't know, taking people's temperature more. We're trying to ramp it down. Are you trying to was that the Secret Service trying to ramp it down when there's nobody on a fucking roof? Is that what they were trying to do? Trying to ramp it down? A week ago, Biden goes, let's put him in the bullseye. Were they trying to ramp it down? Trying to ramp it down when years ago Maxine Waters goes, if you see anybody from this administration in a restaurant, create a crowd,
that looks like a
confront them,
dub.
scream, yell, tell them you are not welcome here. That's Maxine Waters. I mean, political violence is never good. It's never the answer. It's not the answer on January 6th. It's not the answer with Antifa. No